HCC history professor Angela Holder, a descendant of one of the men hanged as a result of the Camp Logan riot and is a curator of the Camp Logan exhibit, and Captain P.J. Matthews, founder of the Buffalo Soldiers National Museum. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
We've been talking this morning about the recent rise in racist kinds of activities across our country. It's ironic that next week is a celebration of really one of the most prominent racial incidents in the history of Houston, the Camp Logan riot. What would you tell somebody if you had that time to go up on the elevator, have about a minute to tell them about Camp Logan riot? What would you tell them?
What we're experiencing right now is pretty much antithetical about the whole situation with race, that we don't want to repeat what had already happened. The Houston that we're enjoying today came out of the Camp Logan mutiny. And here it is, the climate that we're in right now is it's really sad. It's really sad. Buffalo
soldiers were stationed here as guards, I understand, as Camp Logan was being built, and when they went into downtown, there were interactions that were not healthy at all.
Not at all.
And that's what some of the racist kinds of things led to. What?
Yeah, some of the men had never experienced being in a segregated society before.
Because they were soldiers and they had not been in this
community. Not been in this situation. And the idea that they were representing the United States, wearing that uniform very proudly, for a lot of young black men, that was their way of escaping Jim Crow segregation, the oppression. When they put on that uniform, they represented their country. And there was a lot of pride with that. And the idea of being told as a citizen, first and foremost, that you can and cannot go certain places, that was an affront to their dignity as men.
And the Buffalo Soldiers Museum, PJ, has exhibits about all levels of contributions of the African American soldiers throughout our history.
Right. We chronicle the African American military experience from 1770 to 2000, or from the Revolutionary War to the Persian Gulf War. If you talk about personalities, from Crispus Attucks to Colin Powell. And our mission basically is to preserve, promote, and perpetuate the honor and legacy of the brave men and women who fought, bled, and died in defense of America.
And some died as a result not of a defense of America, but because of racism. Would you not say that's the case?
Yeah, and I think if we look back 100 years on August the 23rd, 1917, when 2 soldiers were killed that night along with other civilians. But what we're going to do on August the 23rd, 2017 is put a gravestone marker. It hasn't been there for 100 years, and we're going to do it on that day.
And Professor, this whole process, and next week, I'm going to put up information about what's going to be available. We're going to do a Houston Newsmakers Extra, by the way, on this whole project, because it's very important, this anniversary, this observation of 100 years since Logan. What would you want people to remember about the challenges that came out of that?
Well, I would like people to understand that we have to be very tolerant and understanding of one another, that when you allow unchecked racism and hatred to go out like that, you can't expect people to endure that kind of abuse and not respond to it.
All week long, we're going to have this going on. The website for information is here. Camp Logan, 100 years later, Monday through Saturday. We're going to have this on our website. And we've got a Click to Houston Newsmakers Extra as well. Join us for that. Thank you, Professor Holder.
Thank you.
Captain Matthews, we appreciate you so much. Join me on Houston, clicktohouston.com for Newsmakers Extra.